I've posted about this in another thread, the confession thread, but I think that this might make for some interesting conversation, so I decided to give it its own thread. I'm currently in the process of making a pony Tulpa. Link is safe for work. A Tulpa is basically a forced hallucination of a being that has its own sentience. Think of it as an imaginary friend, but it's far from just that. When you think imaginary friend, you would probably think of a being that you can kind of see, but is mostly not there. And any time you imagine them doing something is because you imagine them doing so. This ain't that! Through about 100 hours of meditation or even just daydreaming, if you do everything right, they will look like almost exactly like as if it were in the real world. You won't be able to see what's behind them. And anything it does will do so on its own. You won't need to imagine it doing so. He or she just will. A hallucination that does things on its own. Think of what horrors it could do. I know this might sound scary, but this Tulpa won't be able to physically interact with the real world. It will acknowledge everything that you see and be able to talk to you and have its own opinion on things that might be different from yours and will appear to be real, but not physically be there. And it can take the form of anything you want, human, pony, male, female, whatever. This is basically a higher tier form of an imaginary friend, but about 20% cooler. Why is this topic in the Should Keep corner board? Well, this Tulpa can take the form of anything you want, including ponies. If one of you mods still want to move this thread somewhere else, then okay. Just read about it for yourself. It's better explained than I am. And everyone on its forums over there. They are quite sane, and in fact, a decent amount of them have pony Tulpas. Links are safe for work. I urge you to do some research about this before making an opinion. That is, if you don't mind, even before people call me insane, schizophrenic, point me to the nearest mental hospital.